Just like that, we're back. Hi, I'm Jack Murphy, the RiverTalk guy. It's RiverTalk 2.0. We got something new. If you didn't join us yesterday, you missed out on the introduction of my co-host, Sweet Daddy.
America's ace of the airwaves, your Sweet Daddy-o on the radio. Except I've exchanged it for a little TV tube time.
I love it.
Yeah, buddy.
Freaking Deacon Dawson.
Yes, sir. You got that right.
How many different names did you go by?
Let's see. America's ace of the airwaves, Sweet Daddy, Freaking Deacon, the Deacon. Let me see. And some various other names I can't relay over the air here.
Were you always Freaking Deacon? I mean, was that your, you had like the various.
Well, see, my father was a Methodist preacher's son. That was his nickname, Deacon. All right, in school up in Huntington, West Virginia, I I looked and acted like my father, who, by the way, used to sing on the radio. And so they started calling me Little Deacon. Then, as I got into school, moved on up about maybe 12, 13 years old, they said, man, you remind me of your daddy, Little Deke. So I was known as Deke on through high school. Yeah. Then I came to Myrtle Beach, and I was still known as pretty much as Deke, and then I went on to Deacon, and then Bill Hennessy and Greg Fowler of WKZQ fame wanted me to go on the air, and they said, we want to call you Freaking Deacon. And at first I was like, no, wait, man, I don't think we need to do that. I sound like a drug deal or something. I'd be busted. They said, no, man, it's a great name. It's a great name. So I went with it. And it's probably the best thing I ever did.
Yeah, sure.
And I stole the Sweet Daddy. I stole that off of, what was the guy's name? Fox, some guy named Fox that used to be on Tiger Radio many years ago. And he called himself Sweet Daddy. I told him, I got to use that. That's great. I like it. So I started using that.
Okay.
Of course, that kind of went into, everybody called him now Big Daddy. I don't know. Just they Sweet Daddy is now Big Daddy or Little Daddy or whatever, just whatever they want to call me. So it was just something Daddy.
Huh.
But it was Sweet Daddy to me, and I like that. I stole the ace of the airwaves off an old radio show from many years ago.
Right.
And I peeled it off an album, and, you hear the sound effect of a plane taking off, and I thought, man, this is cool. America's ace of the airwaves. And actually, I think it's airways.
Yeah, but
it sounds like
twisted
airwaves.
It. Right.
So I used it. What the heck, man?
How about that?
Yeah. So that's how it all came about. And
well, we spent so much time talking about you, we don't have time to talk about me.
Good. Because I'm all into me.
But I do want to find out what's happening on the show.
I like me more than anybody.
Well, it's good.
Yeah, you've got to like yourself first before you can love anybody else. You know that, don't you?
You spent a lot of time looking in the mirror this morning.
That's exactly. We're going to talk about you next. I got a lot of things to say about you.
Well, Bradham Insurance is on board with us on this new version of RiverTalk 2.0. Let's check in with Andrew and see what's coming up on today's show.
All right, Jack, we've got a great feature coming up from Palmetto Chevrolet. We can see what Hal and the guys have down there for us. Following that, we have another feature coming up from Myrtle Beach Speedway. That's a great place for everyone to visit and get your NASCAR fix in the Myrtle Beach area. Later, we're going to be joined with John Cassidy, a marketing guru from Duplicates Inc. and Market Smart, followed by a great little political update phone call from Paul Gable.
Always fun when Paul Gable checks in. Of course, we're junkies when it comes to things going on in the community. You got your finger on the pulse of what's happening, don't you?
I do, buddy. I'm out in the action. Let me put on my
while you're putting on those spectacles there, Coastal Carolina Remediation is our presenting sponsor for our events this week. So what's happening? What can I get the whole family together to do tonight?
I'll tell you, now this is really cool. Not just because I live in Surfside Beach, but they've got the Farmers Market right there at Passive Park. It's at the corner of Surfside Drive and Willow Drive North. That's every Tuesday, 10 o'clock in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. Before tourism was the number one industry in Horry County.
What was that?
Farming and agriculture.
I thought it might have been something else.
You threw me off, man. I was going so good.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. You're fired. All right, a lot of folks just think it's all tourism around here. They never looked at the Horry County as anything but. I mean, most of the newbies that are coming into the area. But actually, Horry County was known for its farming and agriculture. the cotton, the tobacco, and this and that. And it drove our local economy back then. Well, while the area evolved as more and more people came to visit, it's still home to a number of outstanding farming operations that provide us with fantastic seasonal produce, meat products, eggs, honey, and, well, so much more. Lately, a group called the Waccamaw Market Cooperative, and they're set up. They're working to organize vendors, and they've got them down at the Surfside. It's like they're scheduling markets for different days.
Okay, for different towns, or
well, yeah, in different areas of the county here. Now, this week's market is the farmers market, like I said, at Passive Park, right there in Surfside Beach. Just go down Surfside Drive. You can't miss it.
What time should I show up? I don't want to get there too early.
Let me
Typically,
see,
maybe this afternoon?
It's 10 till 3 o'clock.
Okay,
yeah,
10 to 3.
So, yeah, pick the kid up from school, and, there's no school right now. Well, anyway, just pick the kid up and take him out there. You show him what a cucumber is.
I would sure hope they know.
Yeah, right. Well,
that'd be a real deal for the kids.
Yeah, and point to your shirt and tell them this was made out of Horry County cotton.
It could happen.
There you go.
It really could.
But anyway, it's a lot of fun. It's really a pretty cool thing. It really is. The market they're in and out, and they've got that little park down there. They do it, like I say, every Tuesday. So be sure to check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I grew up in an agricultural area, so I know what I'm about to say is somewhat true.
And what is that?
Well, whenever the farmers would have like a record crop come in, they would
crop
go,
of records?
No, they would go.
Oh, I was in radio.
They'd go get their new trucks and stuff from a reliable dealership, and you can't get any more reliable than Palmetto Chevrolet.
Well, what a nice lead in that was.
I know, right? You didn't even see that one coming.
I didn't. That hit me right here in the face.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
You're good, man.
I know. So if you're out there finding new roads, find them with an old friend, Palmetto Chevrolet. Let's check up and see what's happening now with the Hal out of Palmetto Chevrolet. This is going to be good.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Hal Stonecker. I'm a sales consultant at Palmetto Chevrolet in downtown Conway. Going to talk to you a little bit today about how to remote start the new 2019 Traverse. This one is silver ice in color. Interior is black cloth. Starts at about $38,000. With the key fob, always hit lock first, drop down to the button that looks like a circle below, hold it for 3 seconds. The engine will then start, the doors stay locked. The passive entry system will allow you to come up to the vehicle with the fob in your possession, push the silver button, and it will only unlock that door. Get in, apply the brake, push the ignition button, hold it down. When the lights on the dash come on, you could then put it in gear and go. Come find myself or any of our other sales consultants at Palmetto Chevrolet, and we'll take care of you. Thank you.
I'll give it 2 thumbs up. Thanks, Hal. Remember, if you're looking for a new Chevrolet, remember downtown Conway, Palmetto Chevrolet. Find new roads. More River Talk 2.0 after this.
Hi, it's Delaney from Moonshadow Studios, and when I don't have my coffee in the morning, I get real depresso. We'll be right back with more River Talk 2.0 after this.
My family keeps me on the go. And as fellow community members, HTC believes friends and neighbors deserve services that keep the day running smoothly. No matter where life takes me, HTC keeps me connected by providing world-class technology to Horry and Georgetown counties. Because you are here, and so are we. HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
I'm Johnny Gardner. I was born and raised here in Horry County. I went to Coastal Carolina, and I've been practicing law here for 25 years. I've seen this county grow, new roads, more cars, and unfortunately more car wrecks. If you or a loved one have been injured in a car wreck, give me a call. It won't cost you anything to see if I can help. You take care of getting better, we'll take care of the rest.
Hey guys, I'm John Cassidy with Duplicates Inc. and Market Smart, the best printing company in the area, and we're right back to River Talk 2.0.
I'm back, he's back, we're back, everybody's back. How you doing there, freaking Deacon?
Oh, buddy, I'm doing just so good. I'm not kidding you, man. This is nice. It's a Tuesday in the Sun Fun City.
Oh, yeah. It makes you want to crack a smile, doesn't it?
It does. Let's do it.
Let's do it right now. This is we did this yesterday for the first time, and it was hilarious. I think you're going to get a real kick out of this. I don't want to be like negative. This guy's a nut.
He's a real stunt man.
Yeah. Our Crack a Smile segment is brought to you by Carolina Center of Advanced Dentistry, and this guy might need a good dentist after this is all said and done.
Hello friends, I wanted to make this video to hopefully inspire you to do something that you didn't think was possible, like I'm going to do with this board here. And what you need to do is to set up something you want to do, make a plan to go through with it, and then what you have to do is make a plan of action. Follow through with it.
You've got to believe in yourself. That's first, isn't it?
Believe in yourself, formulate a plan of action, and follow through with it. What you have to do is believe in yourself, make a plan of action, and follow through with it. And if you believe you can do something, then you can. Like I can do with this board. Apparently I don't believe in myself as much. Get out of the way.
What happened? Did you hurt yourself?
Told you, man. That guy's not. You gotta have a plan. You gotta stick to it. What would possess him to think he didn't have? He didn't. Now, I'm not saying it couldn't be done, but he just didn't have his gravity right. He didn't engineer that out. He hadn't planned well.
I think I would have probably tried a 2x6 before I would have done a sheet of plywood. You might have a better chance of breaking it.
Oh, wow. You think he's got a headache right now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe a splinter or two?
I would say so, yeah.
Wow.
I would say he's probably in the hospital after that little debut. Yeah, it's something else, man.
Crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff, but I love it. I love people that like to try stupid stuff.
I guess that's what you call hitting the wall. And as painful as that was to even look at, it's a lot less painful than hitting the wall at nearly 100 miles an hour on that nearly mile asphalt they have, the quarter-mile asphalt they have over there at Myrtle Beach Speedway.
We're chalking up for you. There's another great lead-in. You're the man, buddy.
Yeah.
I like that. That's 2 lead-ins in one day that you've knocked me right off
that Myrtle
course.
Beach Speedway.
I like that.
Did you ever go around the track fast?
No, I've never had the opportunity, but I wanted to go over there and take my car and go around it one time. I know sometimes they would let you take your car and go around.
That doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't?
And for the record, it never happened.
It didn't?
But it happened.
Well, now, wait, we had connections, though,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, we had connections.
We could have done it.
I was out there. Why does his name keep popping up? I guess it's because the unifying factor, Bill Hennessy,
Right, exactly.
who was involved in the Speedway. We were out there one day, and remember he liked to drive those Suburbans?
Oh, yeah.
And he had this big old metal toolbox in the back. So I'm like in the back. I mean, there'd just be times when we'd go to the post office to get the mail. I had a post office box, so we bonded. You want to go?
You did?
I'd get off the air. You want to go to the post office? Yeah, he'd ride me down there, and then we'd have adventures that would pop up. And one day, he goes, "You want to go around the Speedway? Visit? No, go around it." And we went through the tunnel. Next thing I know, man, that metal toolbox sliding behind my head in the back. It was fun. It's fun. They don't do that anymore.
No.
You can't do that anymore.
That's
But you can do the driving experience. There's so much to do at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Let's check out this video right now on RiverTalk 2.0.
This Saturday night is going to be the Racing Brotherhood Foundation presented by Bell & Bell Night. So come on out this Saturday night. The gates are going to open at 6 p.m. We've got free pace car rides beginning at 6:30. 7 o'clock, we're going to have the meet and greet. You're going to have your chance to come out on the front stretch, be side by side with these drivers, get autographs, let the kids get pictures. It's just a lot of fun here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. We've done a lot to try to improve We've got the cars, so now we want you to come back as a fan, sit in these grandstands, and remember what it was like to be a kid and bring your kids. So when they're out here, they're having the time of their life, and we want to be a part of that here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here on River Talk, you're going to have the opportunity to meet one of our drivers going to be racing this Saturday night at Myrtle Beach Speedway, the Racing Brotherhood Night presented by Bell & Bell. This is driver Brian Voss, driver of this number 26 right here. Brian, if you could kind of enlighten the River Talk fans on what it's like to be inside this race car and have 20-plus late models side by side, fighting for everything, and what the laps bring. I believe we're going to be doing twin 40s tonight. So tonight's race, what does that mean, those first 40 laps going into that second half?
Twin 40s are a different animal in their own element. You've got so many guys that want to try to win the first one, and so many guys that play strategy and try to win the second one. It's going to be hot for sure. I mean, inside the cars, it can get 30 to 40 degrees hotter than ambient temperature outside. But it's going to be the best of the best down here at Myrtle Beach. I mean, we average in the highest car counts weekly of any short track or any tour division. And cars, late models racing each and every lap hard as they can. So it should be a good one for sure.
And tonight you're going to be doing double duty, right? You're going to have the 26 as well as the 38 Super Truck. What is it like to have to work on a late model and then jump right out of that and change your mindset and get into a truck and then get back out of it and do it again?
Oh, it's tough, no doubt about it. I mean, each vehicle that I drive, late model or a Charger, or sometimes practicing, or the truck, they're a different animal. I mean, the trucks, you can charge the corners a lot harder and just really will it, where the late models depend more on the setup of the car. So it's definitely a lot to get used to, but we make it happen somehow.
This Saturday night, August 10th, Racing Brotherhood Night presented by Bell & Bell. Come on out here again, gates at 6 p.m., pace car rides at 6:30, meet and greet starts at 7. We'll look forward to seeing you this Saturday night.
Hey, it's Delaney here at Moonshadow Studios. The thought of the day is always wear your invisible crown. We'll be back with more River Talk 2.0.
I'm Johnny Gardner. I was born and raised here in Horry County. I went to Coastal Carolina, and I've been practicing law here for 25 years. I've seen this county grow, new roads, more cars, and unfortunately more car wrecks. If you or a loved one have been injured in a car wreck, give me a call. It won't cost you anything to see if I can help. You take care of getting better, we'll take care of the rest.
You can be approved.
At Anderson Brothers Bank, your options are endless. With loans starting at $1,000, we can get you approved even if you have a low credit score. Still nervous about applying for a loan? Anderson Brothers Bank ranked 3rd on the Forbes list for in-state banks. So give us a chance to show you how we treat you like family. Anderson Brothers Bank, since 1933.
Try one of our 20 cold brews, and now we're back to RiverTalk 2.0.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to River Talk 2.0. Our guest now joining us is a man who's been on the original River Talk many times through the years. If you're in Rivertown, you know who he is, Mr. John Cassidy. Good seeing you.
Jack, good to see you, brother. Hey, brother. I'm good to see you, man.
Good
to
see
you. It's been a long time.
You guys know. You've met.
Oh, yeah, long time ago. I used to sneak him into clubs when he was a young man.
Sneak him into clubs?
before he was 21.
That's right. The kids remember.
Oh, yeah.
Just do as we say. No, that's what we did.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that old highway safety thing? You can learn a lot from a dummy.
I don't know if. Wait a minute.
That was the crash test dummies. I remember those.
Oh, yeah, but are you referring to me? Is that what you're doing?
No.
Well, he did learn a lot, though.
He did
from
learn
this
a lot.
dummy. But what the heck?
Now, this dummy teaches a lot.
That's right.
You are teaching folks a lot. I mean, this app, and it's a full-blown app now, right?
Yeah.
We Are Conway?
We Are Conway. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Man. Fantastic. Super excited, super fired up. We got such a great team that all bought into the vision that we had and what we wanted. We had a vision of helping all the businesses in Conway to promote in a multi-channel culture, because there's so many different messages, as both of you guys know, coming to all of the consumers in different manners and forms.
Oh, sure.
And how does the small business guy compete with the Walmarts and the Amazons and all that? And you know what's so crazy is that people nowadays are so quick to order something on Amazon, they don't realize they can come right downtown or they can come somewhere really close to them and get what they're buying. Almost.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Most of the time you can get what you're looking for right in your local market. and get it the same day around the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you buy something in a store that's down the street, you can usually get it the same day.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, mom and
because it's
pop,
there.
you know what I mean? Whatever happened to the old mom and pops? Yeah, you're bringing it back. It's great. And I like that We Are Conway.
That's right.
It reminds me of We Are Marshall. I
Oh, here
like
we
that.
go.
Yeah,
Please,
I wonder
please.
why.
So that's what we're going to have to look forward to,
Yeah.
Marshall stories, as if we didn't get enough with Alan Smothers through the years. Here we go with the Thundering Herd.
Mm-hmm.
John Rhodes, over the mayor of Myrtle Beach, once said that Myrtle Beach is kind of the is kind of like the capital of West Virginia. Just nobody knows it. A lot of West Virginians.
Oh yeah.
In our area. Where'd you come from?
West Virginia? No,
No, you did not. I know better than that.
Yeah, we know better than that,
I
buddy.
came from Jersey. Yeah.
There's
New
no
Jersey.
tobacco stains on his shirt. So you lied to us.
Yeah.
Yep. And you're from where?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
No, you don't sound like you're from Jersey. You're not supposed to sound like that.
Oh, he's been here so long it rubs off.
How long have you been here?
86, since 86. So
Wow.
what's that,
Well,
33 years or so?
I guess you could acclimate yourself to the.
I can bring it back. Hey, how you doing? You talking to me?
Hey.
Hey.
Forget about it.
Hey, you, forget about it.
God,
We got
I'm a
an app
Southern
that
boy.
can fix your whole problem.
You ever been to New Jersey, Deacon?
I was stationed in Cape May, New Jersey, in the U.S. Coast Guard.
Oh, here we go. Now we
Yeah.
got war
You want
stories
to talk
too.
about Coast Guard, or let's talk about you? Come
Well,
on.
you know what's funny is the reason I ended up here was because I applied a few colleges. I applied to the Coast Guard Academy.
You did.
I did, and Penn State and Coastal Carolina.
Wow.
And I decided to go to just pick one of them
Wow.
because the other two denied me.
Well, you made the right choice. I'll tell you
Coastal,
that.
go Chance. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
How about that?
Yeah, man.
Your world has changed. The beach has changed. Conway's changed. Horry County's changing daily. I ride by and I see all these homes popping up everywhere.
It's crazy, man. Well, I heard a number, and I don't know that this is a right number, but something like 35 people a day moving to this market.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's insane, and you know we have Duplicates Inc. We started that right out of Coastal. You know, right when we graduated, Scott and I we were thinking about, like, really, we were lazy. We were going to say we didn't want to work for
Who's
anybody.
Scott? Who's Scott again?
Scott Creech, my business
Oh,
partner.
yeah, I
for
know Scott.
20,
You know
28
Scott?
years.
I don't think I know.
Well, you'll see him before we move to 3.1 on this show.
Oh,
You'll
that's
probably
right.
see him.
To 3.2, who knows nothing about some of these things. I mean, I've been hospitalized.
Oh, yeah, he's been hanging out at the house.
Hospitalized for the last 17 years since I got out of radio.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe that shirt will come back in style.
Will you cut that? I got this in the Ricky Ricardo estate. Now leave me alone. Gee.
So let's go back to those early days. You literally started in a garage?
yeah, you know, we started from a very, very small idea, and that idea grew into a little copy shop. You know, we didn't know we were getting into the print industry right at a really pinnacle shift of the industry because the Macintosh was out, right? The little,
Right.
remember the little tiny Macs?
Oh, sure, yeah.
At Coastal, we were taught, you know, PageMaker, and I know some people now, a younger group, are going, PageMaker, what's that? But some of our seasoned folks probably remember what PageMaker is. It was like Microsoft Publisher for the Mac. And we were able to do typesetting and like menus and flyers for people like over, you know, literally in an hour could lay it out, where the traditional print industry or print company in the area had it would take a week to lay it out.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And so we were able to really take advantage of that technology and what we knew and start a little copy company that turned into a little printing company that grew into one of the major players in this market. And, you know, over time, 27 years, we evolved into a marketing company, as we've talked on the show, because that's our gift. We understand consumers. We know how to get your message out to the right people in the right way.
Let me ask you this. Did you get your arm caught in one of the machines? I see you got some print on your arm there.
I do have some print there, and that's kind of my mantra. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
we wanted to make sure that it was working right. But that is a cool mantra that I have is, what if it works?
Yeah.
You know, for entrepreneurs. You guys are entrepreneurs, and you know how many
At
times.
my age, I'd have to have that same message somewhere else on my body. But
That's right.
that's another story altogether. I know, family show.
Yeah, you're right. And I can't even spell
What if it
entrepreneurs,
works,
so I-
honey?
Well, we have that there for every occasion.
Sure.
Honey.
That's cool. That's
wow.
cool. Yeah,
wow.
man.
Did you see that right there? The gun show's open early in the morning.
But we I believe in that what if it works? So if we have a vision, whatever it may be, a lot of times we'll cast that vision and speak with people about what our ideas are, and a lot of people really they don't know, they don't realize that they're scared to get outside their comfort zone.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah,
step out of the box.
I love sharing the story of the Wright brothers. When those dudes were talking to their friends that they were going to take so and so from point A to point B, what do you think all their friends said?
You're a nut. You're crazy. There's no way this thing will fly.
But they kept doing it. So
That's right.
I go by what if it works, right? I like that. So and we did that with the app. We are Conway. The hardest part of the endeavor was, it was Scott, Katie Watts, and myself, and we were coming up with an idea of how to help some business around here. And we said, let's create an app. So we kind of put the blueprint down on paper, and then I went around and talked to some business owners around here, and cast that vision. That's one of the hardest things to do. To really get people excited about one day we're going to have an app, and it's going to help all the people in Conway do business with people in Conway. And you have it up here, and to tell you what's up in here, it probably scare most people. Right?
Tell them where the app is now. This is kind of neat. You've shot up the iPhone.
Yeah, man. We went from what's called a PWA, Progressive Web App, which was actually on a website that navigates like an app, to with 14,000 downloads in a year. So now Apple and Google Play said, hey man, this is real. It's not some fake thing. And so now we're published on Apple App Store and also Google Play Store. And if you on either one of those platforms, if you search Conway SC, we show up in the top rankings now. The We Are Conway app. And you can download it right there. Super simple.
Why would I do that, though?
Man, Ed, I
don't live in Conway. I do a lot of business in Conway.
Bingo.
Okay.
Right? You don't have to live here to benefit from the app, but if you're here, like what do we have, a workforce in Conway limits of 10,000 people that not necessarily live here?
Sure.
So if you work here, or you play here, or you visit here, or you live here, you need the app because it's going to help you save money. It's going to help promote business within Conway. You're going to earn rewards like your loyalty program that you have at the big box stores or the big restaurants. We have it one page on the app for all the businesses around here. And if there's a business that's not on there, let us know. We got a little button you can touch and say, hey, we'd like to see this company on your app. And
it is the county seat of the fastest growing area in the country.
It's unbelievable. How much and now this is in 95% of people's hands has a smartphone.
Oh, everybody has a phone, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some have 2 or 3.
Mine still dials. I've got one that dials. I just carry it in my shirt here.
No, please don't do that.
Let me tell you what, I used to do that. I used to carry a little receiver just to impress the women. I had a receiver and I had a little bell. I'd punch the bell, and then I'd pull that one walking down the street. Yeah, hell, wait. Listen, the chicks loved it. Of course, I had to get rid of it, and when they started bringing out these phones, it killed my whole deal, man.
It ruined your gig.
It ruined my gig, man. It's my pickup line. You know what I mean?
Hey, no pun. Pickup line.
He's got 1,000 of them.
I got 1,000. Well, 999, man. I've been home for a long time. I've lost a few. With your printing business.
Yes.
So you get into more than just. Do you do banners?
Yeah.
You do a lot of big stuff.
We do. Along the way, the evolution of printing, and especially with digital coming out, put a little bump into space of print, and we grew, so we started doing direct mail. We started doing sign work. So we have a division called Duplicate Ink Signs and Big Graphics. So we do big banners, vehicle wraps, everything over at Broadway at the beach, the signage that's out there, directional signage we handle, barefoot landing.
That's impressive.
Common. Yeah, we do a lot of works. Our team on that division, Jim Bruno, man, he just rock and rolls.
You're a movie guy. Deacon's appeared in countless movies. These guys have done some work, I know, for HBO.
Yeah, we sure have. Yep. We did some stuff on HBO, which was Down and Out. what was the one that was filmed at the Pelican Stadium?
Oh yeah, Matthew McConaughey was in that.
Yeah.
I'm a basic cable guy.
Then we did Banshee on Cinemax, some signage on there.
Yeah, Banshee.
Yeah.
I auditioned for Banshee.
You did?
Yeah, didn't get it. Just don't even talk about that.
Right.
Just
Well,
go
we've
back.
opened up a wound here.
That's right. I still hurt from that. That would have been a residual check.
Man, I tell you though, we've and over the years we've endured some storms.
Yeah, you guys got rocked.
We had some exciting times last year, and that's what I try to remind folks is that flood affected a lot of people in this area, and there's people still feeling the residuals from that, and that really helped us with the Conway app. We are Conway. We wanted to keep invigorating the economy down here because a lot of the businesses didn't shut down, right? We had to keep going, but our lives stopped temporarily. And, so we came up with Conway Cash. That was Katie's brainchild there. And we find bigger companies that donate a little bit of money, whatever they want. We don't have any levels or anything like that. We take 100% of whatever they donate and convert it to Conway Cash, which is like a gift certificate, and you can spend it anywhere in Conway that's part of our app. And,
that's cool.
Dollar for dollar.
Well, that's really cool.
So how many stores are involved with that, or companies?
About
or whatever?
30.
Really?
Yeah, about 30, and we've given away approximately $4,000 since I guess that we started that back in September of last year.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so it's been pretty good.
John, man, you've come a long way since I used to try to get you in those clubs.
And we're doing some giveaways here on the show, and
Yeah.
and I guess you got your arm twisted into helping us out with that?
No, man, I was happy to jump in, really, because this 2.0 is going to rock and roll. This RiverTalk 2.0, especially with both of you guys, the talent you bring. But we stepped in and doing the giveaway. And every day we're going to do a giveaway, and we're getting really creative on what we're going to do. But every single day, everybody that's watching can participate, and we're giving away Conway Cash right here every day that you're going to be able to use. So it's almost, we don't want to say the word free or free money, but it's almost just like that.
Yeah.
We're going to give you Conway Cash away. We're excited about that. Appreciate
Sounds cool.
the opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, rock and roll.
Yeah, no kidding.
We all need to come together and stay together. And small business, man.
That's
Know
right.
how to help the small business.
Absolutely.
Without that, that's the biggest workforce in our world. As a small business man.
Guaranteed. Good seeing you, John.
Man, great to
Cassidy,
see you
as
guys.
always.
Awesome.
Hey, brother.
All righty.
Again,
Pleasure,
it's time
man.
we're gonna have to
Yeah.
sneak back in for old times now.
Yeah.
Now we don't even get carded anymore.
Yeah, we got an open door policy.
That's right. I've got a library card now.
Got like a
We can
killer
meet at the
attack
library.
dog called
I think I just got
Moonshadow
an
that
ARP
guards
card.
the place. But
I've got one of those.
Oh man,
cards.
rock and roll.
Good stuff, man. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you guys.
Pleasure,
Yeah.
man. No kidding.
As he was saying about, I shop on Amazon and eBay and all that, but there are so many items that I have purchased online that you can get in your hometown, somewhere in Horry County, because the last time I checked, Amazon did not sponsor any of our soccer teams or baseball teams or help us out with any of our festivals in the area. So just think about it. Help out your neighbors. Hey, that's what we're all about, helping out neighbors. What's around the corner on RiverTalk 2.0? Don't go anywhere. More exciting stuff coming up.
Get those balloons in here.
Hello, welcome from Anderson Oaks. I am here with Stephen Jones from Granny's Florist. He's here to introduce a little bit of what we're doing today.
Hey, welcome. Today is National Make Someone Smile Week. It's a event we do every year sponsored by Teleflora. This week alone in the United States, there will be about probably 40,000 of these beauties delivered to various nursing homes, fire departments, wherever the florists choose to do that. So we're here today to deliver smiles to the wonderful residents of Anderson Oak.
All right, thank you so much for being here, and let's cheer a little bit. Let's.
Achieve the smile you've always dreamed of with the Carolina Center for Advanced Dentistry. Let Dr. Jeff Horowitz and his staff use their expertise to improve your health as well as your smile. From TMJ or bite problems to smile makeovers, implants, gum disease, and even braces and Invisalign. Let our team show you the difference of true comprehensive care. Call today to set up an appointment. The Carolina Center for Advanced Dentistry, with 2 locations to serve you better. One in Conway and Murrells Inlet, now accepting new patients.
Hey guys, I'm John Cassidy with Duplicates Inc. and Market Smart, the best printing company in the area, and we're right back to RiverTalk 2.0.
Thanks for checking us out. It's RiverTalk 2.0. A lot of the same stuff, but we kind of tweaked it up a little bit as we have expanded to an hour. And we couldn't do that without the support of great sponsors like Beverly Homes. That's a name that you've heard if you've lived here for a while. If you're living somewhere else in our viewing area and you're thinking of maybe relocating, then you would probably be well served to check out Beverly Homes. A lot of home construction is going here, and Beverly Homes has led that charge. Dependable builders for so many years, and we're going to actually take a little sneak peek at kind of a featured home quite a bit during RiverTalk 2.0. In fact, let's do that right now and enjoy. We'll be right back with more. This is going to be a neat thing to take a look at if you're in the market for a new home.
Hey, my name is Kevin Crawford. I'd like to welcome you to Jessica Lakes East, a premier community brought to you by Beverly Homes. Jessica Lakes East is located in an unmatched location of Conway, South Carolina, between Highways 501 and Highway 90, just minutes from Conway's historic district. The Jessica Lakes East community is a neighborhood that offers you traditional style homes with stylish streetlights, a large lake giving you a choice to build on waterfront, wooded, or private lots. Beverly Homes offers a number of customizable floor plans featuring open living spaces, cathedral and tray ceilings, as well as other architectural touches that add elegance to your home, such as smooth finished drywall ceilings and walls, including a complete garage, upgraded trim packages, vaulted and tray ceilings per plan, brushed nickel hardware on all interior doors, decorative chrome or brushed nickel glass-like fixtures per plan. The kitchens offer a large pantry and profile kitchen cabinets with crown molding, with the cooking area offering plenty of counter space, double sinks, and stainless steel appliances, creating a state-of-the-art kitchen that makes cooking fun and easy. Our floor plans offer a great selection of single-story and two-story homes that offer a great selection of square footages to choose from, as well as layouts featuring large foyer areas, several dining and bedroom layouts, and if you like breakfast bars or eating kitchens, we have those too. Also available are plans with covered rear porches and grilling patios. Construction and energy efficiency is important to Beverly Homes. All of the homes in Jessica Lakes East come standard with the luxury of natural gas, which in combination with tankless water heaters, gas heat, and gas cooking fits well with the Beverly Homes energy efficient construction style. Featuring low E energy efficient windows, upgraded insulation package is sure to help reduce your energy bills and maximize your budget no matter what the season. All of the homes in Jessica Lakes East are built with a maintenance-free lifestyle in mind, with maintenance-free premium Dutch slap vinyl siding, maintenance-free soffits and fascia, concrete walkways and driveways, covered lanais and patios per plan. In terms of shopping and nearby amenities, Jessica Lakes has convenient access to shopping centers, a wide variety of restaurants, and some of the finest schools and healthcare in the area. With the Conway Riverwalk, Coastal Carolina University, and Myrtle Beach only minutes away, you will find plenty of opportunities to get outside and enjoy coastal living at its finest. Again, my name is Kevin Crawford, on-site sales agent for Jessica Lakes East in Conway, South Carolina. My office hours are Tuesday to Saturday from 9 to 5, Sunday and Monday by appointment, and you can reach me at 843-957-0893.
Hey, it's Delaney with Moonshadow Studios. Something I have learned recently is that opportunities do not knock. They only present themselves when you beat down the door. We'll be right back with more RiverTalk 2.0.
You wear many hats, and HTC knows what you need to keep the day running smoothly. You're an entertainment coordinator, appointment maker, and business superhero. You're a personal chef, chauffeur extraordinaire, and a trusted protector. No matter where life takes you, HTC keeps you connected by bringing world-class technology right here to Horry and Georgetown counties, because you are here, and so are we. HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Anderson Oaks has turned out to be a home away from home for my dad.
The staff here treats the patient as well as the family with dignity and respect.
I think that the rates here are reasonable.
They got to go stay somewhere. There ain't a better place to stay than this one.
And Anderson Oaks is just making me so fond
of life in general, and I just can't wait to get up in the morning and say, God, what do you want me to do today?
Hi, I'm Joanna from Crafty Rooster. Stop in, try one of our 20 cold brews, and now we're back to RiverTalk 2.0.
Hey, you're still with us? That's good. Doesn't that make you feel good they're still with us?
I'm all excited.
RiverTalk 2.0.
Yeah.
In addition to having guests here in the studio, we make it easy on folks. Sometimes we just call them or they call us. And so now our good friends at Elliott Realty and Beach Rentals are making it possible for us to talk to Paul Gable. And I'm Paul, I love you, but I'm really excited that I don't have to deal with you face-to-face today.
Well, it goes both ways, Jack. But let me say this. I do want to congratulate you and the Deacon and this RiverTalk 2.0, and I wish you the best in it.
Well, I appreciate it. And if you say nice things like that, we might let you come in here and hang out with us in person.
Well, that's scary.
Yeah.
Well, it would be scary, but it'll be fun. We promise
it'll
you.
be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real fun.
I promise when you show up, we'll show you some real hospitality.
Yeah.
And we won't charge you for it either.
Well, that's the first in the county, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hospitality fees, man. That's an easy subject to talk about, but
What
how
is
do you?
it?
Yeah, what is it? How do you start a conversation like that? I hear a different side of the story over there in Myrtle Beach, where I live. How about you, Deacon? You live down in Surfside.
Surfside. I mean,
they talk about that down there at all? Hospitality fees?
Yeah.
You know, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but I've never really figured it out. But if it's got fees in it, that means money.
Yeah.
So I kind of lend a little bit of an ear. You know what I mean?
Well, what say you, Paul Gable from GrandstrandDaily.com? You gonna give us a little history lesson on hospitality fees today?
I'll give you a history lesson if you want on hospitality fees and where we kind of stand at the present time.
Okay.
First of all, the state passed the capital project sales tax legislation back in, I think it was 95.
All right.
And that was to allow cities and counties a means to do major projects, mostly roads and what have you. And of course, it required a referendum. So in March of 1996, we had a countywide referendum on the adoption of a 1 cent local option sales tax. Same thing we did for Ride 2 and Ride 3.
Okay.
For actually the Conway bypass, which we now call South Carolina 22. That was the single project, the Conway bypass.
All right. The
referendum failed. So then there was panic because the powers that be in the county wanted to get this Conway bypass built. So they formed a committee to make a report to the governor. And interestingly enough, the chairman of that committee was the chairman of SCDOT the SCDOT commission at the time, who was Gary Loftus, now one of our council members.
Okay.
And that committee came up with not only the Conway bypass, but they come up with some other things, some improvements on 501, some improvements on 544, some of the beginnings of 31. So they expanded it from just one project to a number of projects, but needed projects, especially at that time. And they came up, the state came up with a funding means that they said that the county could impose a 1.5% countywide hospitality fee as a funding mechanism for these projects.
Right.
And also there's a 1% local fee that each municipality and the county and the unincorporated areas could charge. So the whole total hospitality fee was 2.5%.
Okay.
But the 1.5% is what's at issue. The cities all passed resolutions urging the county to do that. Now, the cities right now claim that was consent from them, and it probably was. But the county went ahead and passed this ordinance in October of 1996 that on January 1st of 1997, hospitality fees would go into effect and be collected. And they're collected by the businesses and remitted. The 1.5% is collected by all the businesses in the county. It's collected on, or was collected on, it's not being collected right now, on accommodations, on prepared food and drink in restaurants and in convenience stores and what have you, on admissions taxes, ball games, different venues that you have. And of course, in those years, we had to all those country music shows out there too,
Right.
and on rental cars. Those are collected by the vendor and then submitted to the county each month.
Okay.
All right, so that had 2 sunset clauses in it, interestingly enough, and it shows that it was specifically for the projects outlined and approved by the governor in what was the Ride Improvement and Development Effort, or the Road Improvement and Development Effort, or RIDE, and what we now call RIDE 1. Because that started on January 1st, 1997. If the state did not approve the funding that they were supposed to put, and that funding was roughly 50-50, 50% of funding coming from the county,
Right.
1.5% tax, and 50% from the state. And it came from the state infrastructure bank. But anyway, if the state did not approve, if the legislature did not pass some kind of funding approval, then that whole fee was going to go away on August 1st, 1997.
Okay.
So it kind of shows that it was towards those designated projects in that report. Well, they did, and we got the funding from the state infrastructure bank, and the other sunset clause in that was 20 years from the time that it was instituted, it was supposed to go away.
Okay.
Now that was based on an estimate that the bonds would be paid off by that time.
So
well,
that's
things happened,
okay.
and that was 20 years. So that would have been January 1st, 2017,
Right.
that it went away. But in the meantime, the county passed an ordinance that said, if we have to extend this, we will extend it, the sunset provision, it will be extended no more than 5 years just to pay off the bonds.
All righty.
That was done in 2004. So we come up to 2016 and we say, oh man, those bonds aren't going to be paid off by the end of this year. So they passed an ordinance amendment that extended it for a maximum of 5 years to January 1st, 2022, or until the bonds were paid off. Well, they got paid off in February of this year, February of 2019.
All right, I got you.
But in 2017, in the spring of 2017, just a few months after they'd passed a 5-year extension to the sunset, the county decided, man, this is a great funding mechanism. You know, it's the old story. We never saw a tax that we wanted to see go away, right?
Yeah, sure.
So they decided and did, in fact, remove the sunset provision from the hospitality fee with actually no specific projects identified.
Oh, okay.
And then later on that year and the next year, they started the drumbeat for I-73. Well, we can use this as a funding mechanism for I-73.
Right, I got you now.
Okay, so we changed the whole scheme. We forget the RIDE report and forget the governor's approval and all the rest of
Sure.
it. Now we got a brand new project. Well, the bonds got paid off in February of 2019. In March of 2019, Myrtle Beach passed its own hospitality tax and accommodations tax. And that's different because it comes from different areas of the state legislation. But hospitality tax and accommodations tax legislation, enabling legislation, was approved by the state in 1997. So it was shortly after what they did special for the hospitality fee, but different.
Right.
Right after they passed that tax to take effect July 1st, they sued the county to end the hospitality tax, claiming that the county had no right to collect it anymore.
Oh.
And frankly, they decided to try and take it back to 2017. And that's where we stand today. We got a lawsuit that says the county can't collect the tax. We got an injunction against the county. We got an appeal of the injunction to the appeals court, trying to say that the city doesn't know what it's doing and the county can collect this tax forever because it says it can. And frankly, I think the cities have a stronger case in this. And of course, there's some arbitration going on and all these things that lawsuits get into. But basically, the city and the county are spending taxpayer dollars to fight each other in court.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing that's rubbing a lot of folks the wrong way. Paul, we're going to have to get you back on another broadcast to talk more about this. But if anything pops up in the next few days, our viewers can read about it at grandstranddaily.com, correct?
Correct.
As always, friend, I appreciate it. We'll have to get you in the studio so we can talk about this more if it ever gets ironed out.
Well, it'll get ironed out in one way or another, but we have to wait to see how that is, you know?
Absolutely.
Paul, I didn't have my headphones on. Could you repeat all that again, please?
in 10 seconds or less, right?
We got just enough time to say thank you, friend, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Nice talking to you guys.
All right, Paul Gable, everybody, grandstranddaily.com. We appreciate Elliott Realty helping us out on today's broadcast with a very interesting phone call. Hospitality. Who knew you had to pay for it?
He lost me on Route 22, but I think I understand what's happening.
Yeah, you do now.
Yeah, okay.
I'll show you during the break, and we'll be back with more RiverTalk 2.0 in a bit.
This is Delaney with Moonshadow Studios, and I thought that you would like to meet the real Moonshadow. Say hey, Shadow. We'll be right back with more RiverTalk 2.0.
So your credit score is less than perfect, say 550 to 660, and you think you need to go to one of those payday lenders to get the money you need.
At Anderson Brothers Bank, we make loans other banks won't, at rates finance companies can't touch.
If you're in need of a small loan to help consolidate debt or a larger auto loan for your next car, we can handle that.
Walk into any of our 23 locations and walk out with the loan that you need within minutes, or apply at abbank.com.
Hey, welcome back to RiverTalk 2.0. Perhaps one day down the road we'll do our Veteran of the Week segment in camouflage, and then we'll see if you can see us.
That's right.
Does that really work at all?
Let's try that. You know, I didn't have camouflage. The U.S. Coast Guard has no camouflage.
There's probably a good reason for that.
Yeah. They dress us all in
Unless you
blue
like-
to match the water.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
probably
That's
it.
all
You
we
might
had.
maybe do some seaweed or something.
And that's it, man. I like that. Yeah, we all did seaweed when we were in there back
All
in
right.
the 60s.
Here, I can kelp. I got two strong hands. I can kelp.
Oh, good. All right, Jack.
Moving right
Nice
along.
talking to you, Leon. Here, let me just put my glasses on. And now this is the segment where we should be serious.
Well, we
But
are.
we are. I mean,
as
we
serious
are.
as we can get.
As we can get.
Our good friends from the Oaks with 3 locations, Inlet
There you
Oaks
go.
and Anderson Oaks and the Oaks at Loris.
Right. And for our veterans, we'd like to, as a matter of fact, every week we'll do a Veteran of the Week. Instead of just doing day to day, we'll do the same person for the entire week to make sure that they are, doubly recognized, quadruply recognized, because we think they should do so, because they've served the country and, God bless them. By the way, this week, our Veteran of the Week is Treva Green.
All right.
Now, Treva was with the U.S. Army. She was in World War II. Treva served as an Army nurse. She was stationed in France and England, where she cared for the injured. And after her service, Treva continued her career as an operating room nurse at the Conway Hospital. Yeah, right here. Miss Green resides at the Anderson Oaks Assisted Living in Conway. So, round of applause.
Absolutely,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. And hats off to Treva. God bless her. And God bless all you folks who have served in the military. Women, men, boys and girls, whatever. That's our Veteran of the Week is Miss Treva Green.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, I don't see where there's no rank here. I didn't see where there's no rank on here, so I don't know. I'd like to recognize that, but it doesn't say what her rank was. And I can't tell. I've got a little small picture here, but I can't tell by her.
We'll call
outfit.
Justin over at Anderson Oaks and see if he can find out for us.
Yeah, we got to check this out, man. This is serious stuff. You know what I mean? You work for a rank, you know? And
Sure.
I mean, she was a nurse. She worked for this. We've got to get her ranked. So, anyway, that's it. That's our Veteran of the Week. Yeah.
What you got planned tonight? Going out to the farmers market. It closes at 3. Because I wanted to know, did you go to fireworks at all? We talked about a fireworks show. You missed out on it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I had stuff to do. You know, I had to.
What were you doing? Watching one of your movies on TV?
No, I never watch myself on.
Really?
No, I really
Come
don't.
on.
No, I don't.
I don't.
I don't like to see myself. To be honest. I really don't. I mean, I'll see it once. That's enough for me. You know what I mean? I want to see the whole movie, how it ends up, or a TV show or whatever, or how it ends up, because I only have that one little slice of me in it, and all I have is the script, but I don't get to see the whole thing. So I always like to see how the whole story, pans out. So I'll check it out about one time. And then, if my daughter or somebody wants to watch it, I might sit with them and watch it or something like that. And sometimes they used to, back 20 years ago when I first started this stuff, almost 30 years ago, I'd have to sit there and explain things about what was going on behind the camera and all that stuff those particular times. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. But I don't like to sit there and say, hey, man, that's me. Look at me, man. Oh, you're good, boy. I just don't do that.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I pick on me.
You think Tom Cruise watches his own movies?
All these big actors, they say they don't. They say, well, no, I don't like to look at myself. Some of them do. Some of them I really do like to look at themselves. But
Brad Pitt do the same thing?
I don't know Brad. I'm sure he probably does. He's a good-looking guy. If I was that good-looking, I probably would look at myself a lot. That's one reason I don't look at myself now. I can see myself. Yeah, I look in the mirror if I want to see myself. You know what I mean? I don't even like to do that.
Scares you a little bit?
Yeah.
You got any movies that you're thinking of working on this year? I mean, you got any readings?
That's hard to say. If I could get my agent off his hiney and give me an audition, there might be an opportunity for me to get back and maybe do another movie or TV show or whatever. And I wouldn't turn it down. I like the residual checks. So, yeah, that'd be cool. I like playing characters.
So you get a check for every time something airs somewhere?
Well, when they first hire you, you make the money and you get it per diem and you get all these little. Then once it shows and it goes into its first rerun, then you get another check. You get every time it does a rerun, you get a check, but the check slowly goes down percentage-wise over the years.
Oh, it gets smaller through the years?
Yes,
There's a lot of things that do
50
that.
50 cents with Matlock.
Unbelievable, like my attention span. It's shorter and shorter.
There you go. It basically works like that.
But Matlock.
Yeah. I'm down to 59 cents with one of the Matlock episodes. I just got it in the mail the other day.
Wow.
Costs more to mail the check than...
Yeah.
So, but it's money.
Yeah, Blockbuster still makes more per movie than you do, and they're out of business.
And they're out of business.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the final Blockbuster store just closed this year.
That.
I think so.
I heard that.
Wow. Was that not like the most fun thing that you could do? Go to the video store?
Yeah. And hope that your movie was there. They only had maybe 7 copies, and you had to go stand and fight them to get that one last copy to see. Yeah.
And then they had that room that was off to the side or in the back.
Yeah, for the special movies.
Never wanted to be seen going in, but what was worse was being seen coming out.
Coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a story about that too, out of Pittsburgh, but I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah, during my Vietnam days,
they didn't have video stores back then, man.
No, they had them already in those kind of shops. I just happened to. Well, I had gone in.
Oh yeah, Trailblazers.
No, it was a special shop with ladies' wear. I went in there to get change. Okay, that's all I was going to do.
You went into a lingerie shop.
Yeah, but I didn't go
to get change for what, 5, 10?
Something like that, and they happen to have a little movie area in the back, a little
Wow.
arcade. It's like they call it an arcade. Yeah, it was dark in that arcade, but you could see the movies very well. But quarter, 50 cents.
Oh man, that's just something I did not even want to think about today.
Well, and I don't want to think about it now.
Unbelievable.
Anyway.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, this show's going R-rated real quick.
Yeah. I certainly hope not.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Freakin' Deacon.
You're
Coming
man.
back tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So will I. And hopefully you will too. We'll see you next time on River Talk 2.0.
Toodles.